This is the Star News Brief. I'm Leah Ubaga. A new push for further amendments to the BBI Constitutional Amendment Bill has emerged, with allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto working on new proposals. The Star understands that the proposals will be tied up by Friday, with the hope they'll be incorporated in the bill. The consensus proposals are aimed at ensuring that the bill is more acceptable as opposition to it grows. At the same time, Raila Odinga's ODM is also seeking to have the issue of the proposed 70 new constituencies reopened and their input taken into account. The new push could see the proponent of the BBI go back to making changes before sending the bill to the IBC. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. A number of services in health facilities countrywide have ground to a halt, with patients who are seeking healthcare services being turned away for lack of medics. The nurses and clinicians downed their tools on Monday over various grievances they want to be addressed by the government, among them provision of quality and standard personal protective equipment for all frontline healthcare workers battling COVID-19. Another conciliatory meeting between healthcare unions and government officials to discuss the current impasse is scheduled for Wednesday. This is after the meeting that was scheduled for Monday failed to take place in what the unions claim is a failure by the government officials to make an appearance. The Ministry of Health is working on a list to determine which groups will get the COVID-19 vaccine first and who will be last. The queue for the vaccine is now slowly forming, with indications it might stretch to 2022 or 2023. However, the general consensus is that healthcare workers should be first, followed by elderly people. The recently formed National COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force is currently working on a system to guide distribution once any vaccine reaches Kenya. Supplies will be limited at first, and the ministry is expected to follow the World Health Organization's guidance to vaccinate people. Kenya expected to receive a vaccine early next year to cover about 20% of the population through the Gavi-led COVAX facility, which will buy doses for developing countries. A Senate committee is facing a tough balancing act as it begins hearings into the emotive boundary row pitting Kisumu, Vihiga and Siaya counties. Emotion ran high as the Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations Committee on Tuesday met the Abanyore community, a Luhya sub-tribe living in the disputed locations. The committee, chaired by Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang, balancing between managing the emotions of those living in the disputed area and delivering a just verdict that will not spark violence at the end of the inquiry. The community, which had petitioned the Senate to intervene in the raging boundary dispute that now risks triggering fierce ethnic clashes, wants the lawmakers to intervene and revert 3 locations to Vihiga. President Uhuru Kenyatta on Monday steered clear of Governor Mike Sonko's impeachment woes and instead heaped praise on NMS Director General Mohamed Badi for transforming Nairobi. Uhuru said despite insults being thrown his way, Badi had remained steadfast and delivered on key development programs within a short time. Last month, Sonko took to his social media accounts where he referred to the president as Nairobi Super Governor and Badi as Saddam Hussein. But Uhuru ignored Sonko and instead enumerated the many projects NMS had initiated and was implementing. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. You can also get more stories from the Star website.